Two. G'day guys, hello, welcome back. Same old, same old. First things first, we're going to kick off with some lighter colours. One palette for light brown, one palette for light, one palette for dark. That's the plan. Hey Rans, how you doing? Right. Hey Jimmy, hey Cheryl. Alright, hey Ocean. Light colour, light palette. More. There we go. Hey LJ. Bear with me while I slowly sort these colours. And how darling we've been low. Violin learner. Thanks Rans, appreciate that. We're almost out of white. Tough place to be. You didn't miss the beginning of this one. I went out somewhere, fairly epic, and took a reel. I just haven't posted it yet. I've been lazy. So, hey you! How we doing? Bam, 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 bam. Let's take it. It was you, I'm not mistaken. Alright. Oh, that's what I'm after. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. Fantastic. What's that? Listening? What captivated me towards arts? Whew. I like it. I like the experience of creating something using colours. One after the other, and feeling the emergence of a product from white canvas. Satisfying. Don't think I recall this piece. You're all good, Victoria. This one I started yesterday, but I started it solo by myself. So, got a nice messy layer to start, and then the next step is to give it more definition into it. So that's the plan. You know, it took me a disproportionate amount of time to figure out what FYP meant. Took a lot of Googling. A lot of Googling. Here we go. Now I hope to see you again. Almost got all the colours I need. There we go. Call it a day there. Right. Righty tighty, Mr. Mighty. Perfect. Hey Ash, how we doing? I think we're good to go. Yeah. So one thing I've done between the first layer, which is super messy, but just colour on board, is I've gone around with a chisel and just scraped off the bigger lumps of texture, so I don't need to worry about keeping it completely flat because I've scraped those off. So we're good to go. Hey Trina. Yeah, this is a commission and it's going to be 2 cowboys. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Oh, Jesus Christ. Just glanced up to see a giant cowboy head on my head. Pretty funny. Pretty funny. Let me just move this. Oh God, could you let me down? You can say, g'day, Vernon. I keep my guard up because you were the one to run away. Alright, messy bass coats. Step back a little bit. Yeah, I didn't think about it, but it's a goodie. Alright. So, why don't you stay to be seen this way? Nivea. Did I go to TBC? I did. About 13 years ago. Time flies. Here we go. There we go. Just been really loose with the brush at the start. But hopefully by the end of layer 1, we'll start to rein in some of this crazy. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay. All right. Let's see where else we can go. In here. This is good too. I can lean on the wall here as well. That's handy. Woohoo! That's relaxing. Not really. There we go. How long does it take you usually to do a painting? It's a good question. It can take anywhere between 5 to 20 hours. But usually, regardless, it'll still take 8 layers. Regardless. No matter what. If you go over 20 hours, you'll use more layers, but you're probably most likely to do it in 7 hours, 8 layers. That sounds about right to me. Any tips for my upcoming job interviews at Lowe's? That's quite exciting. I haven't been to a Lowe's in a couple of years. But I'm sure if you say you're a team player, I'm sure you'll be okay. Hey JV, how you doing? Here we go. There we go. Perfect. I'm just going to open up this door here as well so I can get some fresh air into here. Hello. There we go. cool down the room a little bit. Perfect. Just sneaking past all these camera cords. What age did you know you wanted to pursue art professionally? First off, g'day Keith, how you doing? Keith, I knew I wanted to go after art professionally probably later in the piece. I always knew I loved to paint, but it was only once I was probably 25 or so that I suddenly think to myself, yeah, I want to pursue this in a much more professional way. Just around here a little bit. There we go. Is it nighttime or morning? It is. What is it? 4:30. It's 4:30. Good time. Between lunchtime, between dinner. Feeling a bit bouncy. Good place to be. I like the colour palette for this. There's a sunset vibe to it. Yeah, it'll have a sunset vibe. And don't forget, we're going to add in a bunch of pink. Oh, yes. Here we go. Hello from Dallas, Texas. That's exciting. Dallas, Texas. Dang, it's 9 p.m. Brent. 9 p.m. Jeepers creepers. There we go. 9 p.m. What a time. It's super late where I am. What time is it where you are, Lizzie? I'm going to guess 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Dun, 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 dun. How about these mountaintops? Oh, and it's Wednesday here as well for those still on Tuesday night. Yes, it is. It is, it is. Where'd that binder medium go? There we go. It's almost 11:30 p.m. here. Nice. Nice. Maybe we'll do a bit of a late night session one of these days too. Keep doing it in the middle of the day. I got lectured on, what platform was it? It was on Instagram. The guy said to me, he's like, hey, you're doing them always at the same time, but now you're not doing them, now you're not uploading them to YouTube. I'm missing out. What's going on? And I thought, oh, it's no good. So, I'm going to get these reruns up onto YouTube in the near future. There we go. Acrylic, do you use oils? Good afternoon from Singapore. That's fun. This is acrylics. Acrylics. Here we go. Here we go. Mountaintops. Oh, mountaintops. Mountaintops. And I also went for a little bit of a change here, guys. So let me know what you think that I swapped the studio around completely. So now, usually you're on the other side. Now you're on this side. So, I hope it helps. I thought maybe rather than me covering it up with the shoulder, it works well too. That's good. That's good. I feel like I don't stand from the artwork as much, which is nice. But I feel like both angles are fun. In this one's case though, most of the details over the side as well, rather than over here. This is just sky. So, that's a nice touch. Yeah. Beautiful. Look at that. I'm so relaxed. I'm lost in euphoria. at how pleasant it is to lean. No, I probably shouldn't use it. Talk so much about getting lethargic with the brush strokes and things, and I start to use a wall to lean on. It's against all our philosophies, all our mantras. Ironically though, no, it won't. Surely it won't have me around the right way though. It always flips me and makes me look right-handed, right? I forget. There we go. See them calling. Give me kisses. It's so sweet 'cause she knows that she doesn't. You're left-handed. Yes, I am. Guilty as charged. I don't think a left-handed's more creative. Is that actually a thing? Or do we just say that? Or is there actual studies out that left-handers are more weird? I believe it. Maybe you are right-handed. Maybe. Maybe. Here we go, let's get the depth in this Arizona sky. Not Arizona sky, but here we go. Beautiful. And all the way up to here. Apparently they're more creative, but I'm not sure. I'm right-handed. Hello from Canada. Welcome. Let's swap on to some darker colours. Darker colours, smaller brush, capture finer details. That's what we're going to do here. Sing distance like it doesn't. There we go. Messy, messy, messy. You can confirm that, Sam. That's good. This is good. We've got confirmation from Sam. You can use both. That's pretty impressive. Sorry, just getting some water off the plate. Ambidextrous. I'm the complete opposite of ambidextrous. My affluency to my left hand, we did this in psychology class at university, Psychology 101. My affluency to my left hand is like, I think it's 97%. So, my ability to use my right hand is absolutely borderline non-existent. Borderline. Self-taught? No. No. Yeah. Already, even with just a few strokes, we've already captured a fair bit of the form of the painting from the wild start that it had. We're a wee way off yet, obviously, but it's fun. Have you remembered to stay hydrated today? It's a good point, Lizzie. The answer's no, actually. I've been well behind on my hydration. Shocker. I need to sort that out. That's the reminder I need, actually, Lizzie. Thank you. It's unique, haven't seen this style before. It's a little bit wild, but let it be. I think in this little corner of the internet we call it the complete opposite of paint by numbers. Paint by chaos. And it's sort of fun because from these wild beginnings we start to see a picture gradually emerge. It's very important. I'm dehydrated as well. No, we haven't finished the waterfall yet. Not at all. The waterfall is still in the making. But this one's going to start made on it, so it can start drying. And then we'll move on to the waterfall. And so on and so forth. Da-da-da-da. There we go. Paint by chaos. Yeah, I like that term, Lizzie. I like it. Because it takes the pressure off you as well. With paint by numbers, the pressure's taken away from you in that you just follow the instructions and you take no responsibility for what the picture looks like. With paint by numbers, if the picture's not any good, it's not your fault. It's the person who decided what the numbers were. They're to blame. But with paint by chaos, no matter what the result is, you can be like, look, don't look at me, it was chaos. Things were everywhere. It was the heat of the moment. What's that song by Blue Oyster Cult? It was the heat of the moment, telling me what your heart brings. You understand what I'm trying to say anyway. Ironically, with paint by chaos and paint by numbers, you've got scapegoats for both. So anything to blame other than yourself, the painting doesn't turn out good. And even when you say things like a classic one is, "Oh, I'm not good at painting." This is a classic scapegoat technique to dodge from being truly judged from what you make. Just take the insults, take the love, take the hate, take it all. Polarize people. Whatever you do, make sure you stand by what you make. It's your creation. Don't let anyone denounce that. What's this painting of? Hey Kristen, how you doing? This is a painting of two cowboys, and we're just starting it. So you're watching the first inception of these two cowboys. You start to see cowboy hats appearing, dark shadowy areas that won't make sense to start with, but they will start to as we continue to add on the paint. Hello! G'day Steve, how you doing? Yes it is. There's a reel, an absolutely chaotic reel. I haven't uploaded it yet. I thought, how am I going to start a painting that's reminiscent of the Wild West? And I thought, I'm going to go out into the wild. And it was windy. And it was wild. It was everything that I wanted, that I bargained for, but it was a lot. And man alive, this canvas has been started in the wild, there is no doubt. Which I love. And now we're going to bring some form into it. And as we get that form back into it, we might get back out into the wild and get wild again. I feel like I see it differently every time I see one of your paintings. Maybe that's chaos. Yeah, that is. That is. And that's part of the fun of a print too, because with a print, it's somewhat contained inside the actual, the white box that you see it in. It's not the same size, it's smaller. And so your eyes have the ability to control the subject that you see just that little bit more and get more out of it. Were chaps involved? It's a good question. Long jackets, pistol holsters, Mexican blankets and vests, scarves, all those bits and pieces, but no chaps, no chaps. Ba-da-ba-bing-ba-ba. There we go. Here we go. So we'll just build this out. Now this is actually a horse's head here, not here, this is the leg. Head comes down to here. It's bowing its head. Here we go. Were chaps involved? Oh, same thing. Bye, Sid and chat. Unfortunately, I've got to catch some sleep. You're totally all good, Lizzie. We'll catch you later. See you later, alligator. Here in a wild crocodile. Dum-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. It's happening for me. I think it doesn't, and I think it doesn't. Down, dum-dum. Fireworks still going on outside after midnight, and there goes my sleep. Might as well catch you live. Thanks, Cindy. Appreciate you. Good to have you here. And I'm sorry you're here because of loud fireworks, but it's good to have you here. Here we go. Splash this around here. Splash this over here. There we go. So this is a painting that's going to be built up with at least 8 layers. And each layer is going to get just a little more definitive on what the subject's going to be. But with this one, we're just trying to capture the darker areas of form. That's all we want. The dark patches to be expressed. The colours that go around it, it's neither here nor there. Oh, that's pretty cool. Thank you. Appreciate you, Nikki. G'day, Jay. I'm fantastic. You catch me off guard sometimes too, because I'm used to JMS, but I'll take JS. I'm absolutely fantastic. Any reason you paint details later on? Yeah, absolutely. So this part here isn't part of the painting. This is extra space, clean the brush off and things like that. So I'll show you over here. Let me actually just angle you towards it. There we go. Right. Imagine this is your painting. Imagine you start off with the details, okay? These are my details. There we go. Adding down details one at a time. Little details. Tiny little details like that. Now imagine I start off expressive and add the big stroke in first. And then after I do that, I can come in and add my details. Like this. But if I decide that I want to get that big bit of a stroke in there once I've got my details down, what do? Try and keep all my details, try and make it what I want it to be, desperately try and control it, and much less expression, much less reality, much less authenticity, and all I've done is try and show this crafted details, try and demand it to be that, and then ignored everything else that would make that painting special, all the vibrant expressive energy that makes up the work. The details are just something you add in on the end, like a cherry on top of a cake. Sometimes the details can pull you in a little bit, like there'll be features maybe like cowboy hats and blankets and barrels, and you might notice those straight away and be like, oh, I think I know what I'm looking at. But they're not the crux of the image. The colour is, the movement in it is, the energy behind, actually what's funny is the posture on the horse. It's good posture, it's right the way forward, almost like he's riding a bronc, which is kind of funny. You gonna fix the username soon? Me. And looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. I was just actually, I was talking to someone recently about a commission of a castle, actually, and I was saying, I want to show you a picture, and they said, oh, I'd love a print of that one. I said, I'm sorry, I didn't get because I didn't get your one professionally scanned before I sent it off. Idiot. And so, what's fun, JS, is you've got the authentic copy, James, the one and only copy of that castle by a lake, which is kind of sad, but also kind of fun. So, there's that. I've been summoned by the kids, have an awesome night. Catch you later, Cheryl. That is a very, very good excuse to run away from a live. There we go. So, we want to capture the feeling of this image, but not the actual facts within it. We'll get the facts as we go through the layers, but they're not the priority, they're a byproduct. If we get too hung up on the facts, we'll turn this into a craft, we'll try and make it a rendition of the photo, And a rendition of the photo is probably the most boring thing that you could possibly paint, because a rendition of the photo exactly means that the photo is the better version of the painting. We don't want to make a rendition of a photo that would be lesser than the original photo. We want to capture something the photo couldn't get. We want to capture a moment of vitality and life and movement, and joy and energy, whatever emotions we're trying to capture in the individual image from the photo. We want to do that better than the photo. That's the reason why you paint it. That's the reason. Hello, Robin. And Steve, I've seen you've been quite active on TikTok lately. I've seen reels popping up all over the show. Steve's name on them. I have a one of a kind. Yeah, absolutely. Jump on IG, although sometimes things get lost on Instagram. It's a busy platform. But if you jump on my the link in the bio and then jump by the the email on the website, or on the email goes straight to me. That skips all the loopholes, all the social media, everything. Emails come to my pocket. And then the other one is, there's a commission form there too. So whichever one floats your boat, either one's fine. They both come through my email. So if you fill out a commission form, you can add your size and the location of shipping and things. We already know all that. So probably just send an email with your new idea, photos attached. That's totally all good. It's totally all good. Oh, misty eye of the mountain below, keep watching over my brother's soul. And if the sky be filled with fire and smoke, keep watching over during the sun. It's when the night is burning, I'll cover my eyes. The dark wind burns, my brothers will die. Whoa, why is the teacup so tiny? Is the teacup tiny, or is the person painting, paintbrush, plate, wall, easel huge? That's the question. These are the big questions that life asks us. Who knows? Who knows? It's a tiny teacup. I wanted a small amount of coffee, strong though, so this limited the amount of water in it. Suits me. Yum. Coffee's finished. Justin, this is acrylic. Here we go. Do. Alright, let's get some blues in here. Let's get some of that water off the plate. That's what happens when you wash these plates. I wash them so diligently, but then you have to let them dry. And that's the whole thing. I feel them coming, and I feel them coming. Do both, or all three, I'll take no... I love it, I love it. Her make kisses like the rainbows, and it's so sweet 'cause I know that she doesn't. I keep my guard up because you let me down, but you can't say that I wasn't always around. This is now the cowboy hat sneaking in down here, but it'll be small. Oh, see you later, Ivan. Pleasure to have you in here, mate. Look after yourself. What are you painting, Blake? It's a wild, wild painting of the wild, wild west. We're just adding in some expressive underlined strokes. start off with. A la da dee da do da dee da da. Do ba 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 boo bee ba. A loo ba bam bam ba boo boo ba 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 ba. What's the key to have such joy for life, Tex? The key for joy in life. What would be the key for joy in life? It's an interesting question. Because when you ask it, what's a key for? Key unlocks something. So by key, are you meaning a key? Are you meaning an answer? So you say, what's the answer to finding joy in life? Then, if there's an answer, what's the question? So what's the question? To phrase it differently. How do you find joy in life? So when you ask that question, if you phrase it like that, you've put a you in there. And as soon as you put the you in there, you've made it individual and personal. And I don't think you can talk about joy without making it individual and personal. And that's why you can listen to 70 different people give 70 different motivational speeches in 70 different ways about how to find joy in life. And you can agree with 70 different opinions, giving you 70 different results in 70 different ways. Whereas when you break down the question to put the you in there, to make the question make sense in order to get an answer, the you that you put in there would mean that your answer, your question, your result, your outcome is different from what will work for anyone else. And so rather than looking at other people or YouTube videos or books to find the reason for joy or find a reason to live at all, that's going to come from you, that's going to come from the mirror, that's going to come from how you feel. That's going to be a unique answer for you. And you alone can know whether that answer is right or not. No one else can tell you. And you'll be able to tell them when you find the right answer with confidence. This is where I find joy. This is where I find love. This is where I find purpose. And other people will look at you and maybe be inspired by that. But to the point where they need to go off and find what makes them happy, what gives them joy, what gives them purpose. So, first thing, if I was to give you any feedback on how to find it, I would say start by asking yourself, have you found it yet? If you're asking the question, you probably haven't found it. You probably don't think you've found your purpose or joy for living yet. And that's okay. But now, you know that you haven't found it. Do you know what it looks like? Well, if you're asking the question, you probably also don't know what it looks like. Otherwise, you'd be asking, why don't I have it? So we don't have it, and we don't know what it looks like. Good. That means we're looking for it. So when we wake up in the morning, we're no longer chasing something that doesn't exist. We're no longer wondering why something that exists is out there that we don't have. We're actually waking up thinking, right, we're going to look for a purpose. And once you know that you haven't found your purpose, and you haven't missed out on something that you want to have, you're looking for your purpose, this is good. This is good. Once you've become aware that you're looking for something, you usually find it. When you go into a room and just cast your gaze around, you don't find anything. But if I told you to go into a room and find a banana, or go into a room and find a fork, or go into a room and find a plate, you'd cast your eyes around looking for it. And so if you started walking into rooms trying to find fulfillment and happiness, if you don't think you've found it yet, you're going to find it an awful lot more often. That's what I reckon. At least it's... I'm using plates. Plates. Right, but we do need some more colours. Because we're a few short. We're a few short. Thanks, Scud. But I think for me too, when I made the switch from going from painting all the time to deciding to go full-time painting, there was one part which was pressure because I had a lot of people wanting artwork and I wasn't able to keep up with it while I was supporting another job. But another part was I didn't know who I wanted to be and what I wanted to do. And so once I actually accept that and embrace that for myself, this is going back years now, I thought, well, I don't know, and intrinsically I want to make the world a better place. I want to make people happier, I want to do these sort of things, but I also want to be able to put a roof over my head and look after a family. I don't know how to do it, don't know what I should be doing. So I'm just going to do what I love in the interim and see what happens. And that turned out to be painting, and that quickly became the answer for all those things that I was thinking that would be part of my picture. So, painting. Hello Jacob, how you doing? Do you usually change the scenery when you're painting like outside or inside? Brent, yes indeed. I've got a very, very wild reel to post. Man, there was some wind involved. Ooh-wee! I was fighting against the elements that day, so. But it's given us a very, very fun result because when you start with such a crazy thing, you never judge yourself with where you put the paint. And so each brush stroke goes onto the canvas unashamedly. A lot of the time, no matter how good you are, you judge where they land and try and make it better and you try and control it. But when what you've got is so intrinsically wild, you just let it be. And you're like, you know what? That's closer to the facts of the picture than any other brushstroke on it currently is. That's excellent. That's excellent. It's that classic saying of not letting the perfect be the enemy of the better. And as long as every brushstroke you're adding is getting better, then you're always heading towards the painting's own version of perfection. I reckon. I thought it was tacos. I'm not sure where the tacos are coming from, but I'm excited about the tacos. I'm excited about the tacos. Here we go. Get some of that in there. And we might even encroach into a little bit of black. Are we going to do that when we kick off with a bit of black? Maybe. I see some Mars black here. Yeah. We'll use some Mars black. See you, Scud. You're welcome. Go off and pursue your dream, Scud. Wherever that is. And once you find it and you believe it, don't let anyone bring you down otherwise. That's your thing. Nail it. Tips on how to find your passion in life. Yeah. But God, a lot of the time, those YouTube videos, they're so assuming. Like, they always assume that you've found your passion and you need motivation to go after it. And you're like, yeah, now I'm motivated after watching this video. I can't wait to pursue my passion. But you don't have your passion, so this motivation just sort of trickles everywhere, and then you end up watching another video wondering why you dropped off motivation. It's cheating. The guy who's trying to motivate you has found his passion and his dream, and so it's so easy for him to say, get up in the morning at 3 o'clock and get on after it. But at the end of the day, if you had found your dream, like these guys sometimes say, or these leaders sometimes say, once you know what you want from life, it's incredibly easy to wake up at absurd hours and pursue it. Because your mindset changes. But it's totally okay to not know what you want and to be in the act of looking around, finding, experimenting, wondering, playing. You know, this is all very healthy. But there's very few people out there saying that the pursuit of your dreams, if you haven't found them yet, should start with play, experimentation, fun, and a general curiosity. So that's what I reckon. Wow, you look... Thanks, Lewis. Appreciate you. And hi from Spain. Hello from Spain. Right. Let's get some of these darker colours into this picture. Leave me, I think it doesn't, but I think it doesn't. Gives me kisses on the rainbow. Da da dee down, 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 down. So we're gonna let these Mars blacks in here. Appropriate colour, probably the cowboy black, Mars black. The reason it's the cowboy black is it has a slight brownish tinge to it. A muddy, almost loose feeling to it. It's not carbon black, it's not as intense as carbon black. Hello from St. Crocs. I bet you're known for some really cool footwear. There we go. Hi Link, Link Blink. Howdy Sunshine, just popping by to send good vibes from Orlando, Florida. Thanks Link Blink, appreciate you. Get on out of here. Good to have you in here briefly though, Link. Here we go. And I mean, but I see them calling, I hear them calling. She gives me kisses on the same bow. And it's so sweet because I know that she does. I keep my guard up because you let me down. But you can't say that I wasn't always around. I keep my guard up because you were the one to run away. Here we go. Hello Wellington, New Zealand. Hey David, how you doing? And thanks Link, appreciate you. Appreciate you. I've been trying a bunch of different things but nothing sparked my interest. What do I do? This is good. You're trying different things. You're trying different things and you're looking for something to spark your interest. Keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right track. You're on the right track. That's like saying, I lost my car keys, or I'm trying to find my car keys. I've looked for a while. I don't know where to find them. All I can tell you, look in some different spaces. Check some places you haven't looked yet. But most importantly, if you haven't found your car keys, keep looking for them. And there's really no better answer than that. And don't expect it to be found in the first year, first month, first week, first decade. You know, this is the reason that you'd wake up in the morning and live life. So it's going to be challenging to find. And it's going to be something that really, really tests you. And don't expect a big euphoric moment when you find it either. It's like Steve Jobs says. It's going to be more of a whisper. More of a, in the back of your mind, just quietly, you'll be like, it's a bit of me. That is a bit of me. So, that's what I reckon. Get these dark areas in here. It's so sweet because I know that she does. And I give my guard up because you let me down. You can't say that I wasn't always around. I give my guard up because you were the one to run away. Khakis. Khakis. A little bit of a Boston accent. Hey, I'm walking here. Is that Boston? I don't know if that's Boston. I don't know. Maybe a little bit of a Boston accent coming out. Do, I know that she doesn't. And I keep my guard up because you let me down. It's actually funny, guys. I'll tell you a story. It's a goodie. It's a goodie. So I posted a reel up the other day with some art inspiration on it. Just yarning about Vincent van Gogh and about playing and having fun and things like this. And someone posted up on the reel. It's quite funny because I'll give you some context too. Because prior to this, I've been stepping onto the scales, and I've been looking at it, and Shelby's been looking at it, going, I'm losing weight. Let's have a look at our diet and make sure I don't get unhealthy. We've been moving house, we've been moving studio. Maybe I'm not eating enough. Maybe I'm not drinking enough water. But we're losing kgs here. And then on the reel that I posted, someone's like, he's got fat. And I was like, oh God, can't make everyone happy, jeepers creepers. Here I am thinking I've lost an unhealthy amount of weight, and someone else is telling me I'm getting fat. You're like, anyway. Are they for sale? Okay, that's a great question. Are they for sale? They are for sale, not this one. This is a commission. This one is not for sale. There are a bunch of prints available. They are on the website, so if you go by the link in my bio, you can see the prints, and there's only, yeah, thanks JD, that's what Shelby told me. Cheers Victoria. Oh dear, so sorry, there's prints on the website. They're limited edition prints, so they're not unlimited. Once they're sold out, they're out. There's no more coming. And of each size, I mean, there's only 3 of the A1 size for the prints. So they're quite rare, quite fun. But it's a great way to start collecting. If it's your first time buying art, a commission can be scary. But to actually see the print and know that, okay, there's an original out there, there's other prints available, I like this size, this is where I want to start my collection, this is the picture I like, fantastic. And if you ever get sick of it, a good bet is to always message me and be like, hey, I've got this picture here, I'm sick of it, want to buy it back off me? And maybe I'm having some withdrawals about that picture. I'll be like, yes. I'll take that one. That can go on my wall. I was actually thinking about putting that in the print policy. It's not there at the moment, but I was going to add in there that if anyone wanted to sell, didn't want their print anymore, then I'd take it back for the cost of it minus shipping or something. Because if you didn't want the art, I want it. If you haven't got love for it, trust me, I have in absolute abundance, and I'll take it. So I was laughing about that, but yeah, that's funny. But apart from prints, there's also, the studio's sold out right now. I've got one piece of artwork that's been framed at the moment. You guys are to blame for this. Don't get me wrong, love you guys to bits, but I'm trying to build up a collection of art right now, and you guys keep selling me out, which on one hand's fun, but on the other hand it's really hard. Because I get lots of messages of people saying, can I see some originals, can I see some artwork? And you're like, well, actually, no, you can't. Which is cool in itself, but it's also really fun for people to be able to see originals. So I'm hoping we might get a few loaded up. So there'll be some to share, hopefully in a gallery or something like that we can just mark as not for sale, put in the gallery, and then anyone who's coming through Auckland can go see it, and it'll just be there, so you can just, if you are around, just see some art, instead of being like, hey, I'm in Auckland, this is where the painter guy is supposed to be, how come I can't actually see his art? What do you mean it's all back in America? What do you mean it's in other places around the world? Yeah, so I'm thinking about that. But if you do want artwork right now, there is the ability to do commissions. So we commission an original. So what we do there is, and this is one of my favourite ways to make art, that's the way I'm making this one right now. That's the way most of the art that I make is made. What we do is you come to me with your inspiration and your idea, and then we turn it into a painting together. So it's very, very symbiotic. Symbiotic in the way that I feed off your energy and your inspiration to almost attack the artwork. So rather than me, I bring to the table the style, the creativity, this whole method of mine, and then I completely feed off the inspiration you bring in. When you tell me about the meaning behind the picture, why it's special to you, why it would be amazing to see it in paint, all of a sudden I've got this compelling reason to really embellish something into something special. I love that. It's borderline, as far as artists getting inspirations go, borderline parasitical actually. Better than too much infantry. Glad too many are taking so many. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Look, I reckon it'd be pretty cool to build up some infantry. I think there's a good and a bad on both sides. Probably it'd be good to have maybe 6 pieces of infantry. And maybe we just do some stuff that sounds bad. Maybe just do some stuff that people don't want to buy. Or I don't know, but we'll do some pictures which can actually exist somewhere. So if you're in around, you can see it and you can love it. That's cool. And thank you, appreciate that, Balthazar. Great name as well, by the way. That's a fantastic name. And Ryan. What's our next colour? We done here with this one? No, a bit more Mars Black. A bit more Mars Black, and then you get me down. But you can't say that I wasn't always around. Keeping my guard up because you were the one to run away. Leave it down. Da-da-bum-bum-bum-bum. Love for the live. Thanks, Hitty. Appreciate you, mate. And I thought so too. I keep my guard up. You let me down. You can't say that I wasn't always around. I keep my guard up. You were the one to run away. There we go. Through there. Through there. Ow. Just like that. Fantastic. Get it. Thank you, Care Ston Rambo 7. Got it. G'day, Greg. How are you doing? Here's a cheeky reminder too, guys. If you haven't watched Ted Lasso, great show. Watch it if you've got time. Otherwise, ignore this Kiwi. I thoroughly love that show. It's a showing about how love, the cheesy message of love conquers all, but actually in a wholesome football coach, we get the message of love conquers all. I love that. And if you've already seen Ted Lasso, then let this be a reminder to sit down sometime soon and go and watch Austin Powers one more time. Or don't. Someone said last time no, which is totally all good. You do you. I tell you what, Austin Powers is an absolute masterpiece. Indeed. Hello, Mary Love. Mary Love. Come on, Mary Love, what happened here? Do dun da da down da da down dear. My. And I told you to be faithful, and I told you to be kind. And in the morning I'll be waiting, and it will be another time. Down, down, wow, 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 down. It's not singing, that's just some electric guitar humming. Alright, sky, what's next? White. Let's embellish this piece with a bit of white. White's going to really make the characters start to pop. There's some pieces in here that have a lot of iconography in them. Bags and barrels, we've got the horse here, we've got the legs of the horse, we've got the faces, we've got the gun here, and we have the ridge line. White. So let's start to embellish that. Keep my guard up because you let me down. You can't say that I wasn't always around. Alright. That's right, that's empty. Tragedy. Our portions are pretty well on, guys. This hat will shrink a little bit, but apart from that, we're on the right track. Like, yeah. Proportions are pretty good right now. If you could go back in time, what famous painter would you want to be an apprentice to? I don't want to be an apprentice to any famous painter in the past. Probably I'd like to sit down and have a few beers with Monet, and then I would like to meet Van Gogh and see if he was as mean as everyone says he was, or misunderstood. So that's what I reckon. But in terms of colour theory, I'd like to do Friday night drinks with Monet once a week. That's what I want to do. We're going to go for Joan Brilliant, which is like an orangey salmon. It's totally fine. Thanks, Noah. Sharing the live, you absolute champion. Helping me reach more people. Helping me yarn to people. Tell them to watch Austin Powers. Tell them why Kung Fu Panda is a great philosophical masterpiece. And tell them about Joan Brilliant. I'm chucking on this canvas here. Here we go. Beautiful. I thought you were drinking the paint water then for a second. Yeah, people think that. Carl, $30. $30. I tell you what, I do have some merch inbound, so guard your $30. Guard it. Look after it. Save it. Maybe even invest it. And when the merch does finally drop, you might have a couple of $100. No. Yeah, hold fire. There is stuff coming which will be in that area. So, you're golden, Victoria. Catch you later. Victoria's like, I think he's going to start talking about Kung Fu Panda. I'm not on this vibe. I'm going to bed. Hole, thank you. Appreciate you, Hole. Sharing the live, you absolute champion. G'day, Daniel. There's only one thing left to do when they got you all surrounded. That old pistol. And stand a prayer. Bullets in the ground. Bullets fill the air. I'm listening to some Western music while I paint this. Get that Western vibe going on. I'm listening to Bullets in the Gun by Toby Keith, which is in the spot actually. Like wild horses when they run, bullets in the gun. Thanks, Georgia. Jojira. Okay, bye for real. See you, Victoria. Thanks for hanging around at all. I know it's late. You're an absolute champion. Catch you later. Catch you later, alligator. And a wild crocodile. Bow, 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 bow. Wow. Here we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Give me that Western music while I paint a Western scene. Thanks, Bumbles Bounce. Appreciate you. It's actually just a classic, I want to say classic New Zealand laugh. New Zealanders find it obnoxious too. You need to work on having a less obnoxious laugh. Loves the elephant painting you did. Thanks, love. Appreciate you. Yeah, I love that painting too. I was talking to him the other day actually. That's a personal favourite. It's very different from the other prints that are available too. Very unique. I think there's I think those prints are sold out now. I think they're sold out. But look, what a painting. What a painting. Really special, Zambezi River. We won't do another Zambezi River, but we will do the vibe of Zambezi with other paintings. We'll always make sure paintings are unique. So if it's the angle you like and the colour palette you like, we're not copying it. Because art copied is craft. We're making art. Every picture's art. That's important. So, yeah. We're doing art. How long have you been painting for? How long have I been painting for? I've been alive for 30 years. I've painted for most of them. So, painting's my thing. Painting's what I do. How long have I been streaming for? 2 years. But, yeah. Hey, Watusi. There we go. The last one's gone. There you go. There's your answer. To see what you will do. So you'll start to see this hill line across there. It's pretty fun. I like it through here the most. It's a good place. Hello, Hanson from Atlanta. Love your paintings. Thanks, Vic. Appreciate you. I mostly do watercolor, but acrylics look like so much fun too. Excuse me. Oh yeah, acrylics are fun. If you use watercolor normally, you might find acrylics are dry. Don't let that deter you. Just add things to them. The most basic one, the one to be all end all situation, clear painting medium. I'm just using the Atelier one. You can use any kind. Liquitex is probably slightly better because it's an all-in-one solution. We're not after an all-in-one solution with it. We're after for it to fill a very specific niche. The Liquitex one's thicker, so it can act like a gloss gel for you too. I don't want that gloss gel effect. I've got the gloss gel one here. Is this one? So I want that one to spread the paint better, to make it transparent, to make it flow nicer, to speed up drying times. I want this one to do other funky things. I've got another one here, binder medium. This one does work as a gesso coat, but it's best not to use it. You can use it as gesso. It splatters. It's fun. I've got gesso over there too, but it's too far to reach. Binder medium though is fantastic because it dries really fast and spreads paint out, but it's very, very thin. So it's more like a liquid, like a water. So, whatever you like different things for, it's golden. I can't quite pronounce that name. Kirsten Rambo. Kirsten Rambo. I think I'm on the right track now. There we go. Oh, I love that. It's amazing you can get so many different effects with mediums you can hold. You absolutely can. So, whatever you're after, you will find a medium to do it. The only way you'll know what you like and what you don't like is to use mediums. Get started, play, figure out what works for you. But that's the be-all, end-all solution. Yeah. Monet in the Impressionism era. G'day, Bailey. Claude Monet? Yes, I do. I like Monet. I don't like his subject matter. I feel like he was a bit dull when it came to the subjects he chose to paint, but his ability to use colour and how he wanted to express colour in his works is fantastic. He would sacrifice every other part of the painting in a pursuit of beauty inside the colour that he used. So, kudos to Monet for that. But eventually, after looking at his work for a long period of time, you might start to wonder, why did you do so many hay bales and trees and hills? And honestly, probably because he didn't have Google. If Monet had Google, now that's something I'd like to see. Talk about going back in time to meet a famous painter. Sitting back in time with like a archive of like 20,000 photos, give to Monet, and you'd be like, oh my god, do you know I don't have to paint any more hay bales? I can paint anything on this giant hard drive. Like, yeah, take your pick. It'll make purple over the yellow. Could do. Or deep blue. Deep blue. We have got some specific Pacific blue on the way. So, watch this space. That is coming in. Watch this space, it's on the way. There we go. Hello, Paul. How you doing? Dun, 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 dun. Return me. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. And he's leaning back a fair bit there. So we'll capture that. There we go. And then up here. Fantastic. Perfecto. I'm good, thank you, Paul. I'm fantastic. Just ticking through, layer by layer. We're on layer 2 at the moment. It's wild. And it's in a very good place. Gun number 1, gun number 2, and down with the jacket. There we go. There we are. That's that jacket coming in there. Oh yeah. I really like how confident you are with your strokes. There's a lot of expression in them. Yes. You've got to allow yourself to make mistakes too. A lot of these strokes on this picture aren't in exactly the right place. But if we let that control us, we would never have the courage to actually do a proper stroke. So you've got to accept the fact you'll make mistakes. Keep applying strokes with the best of intentions. Don't make them purposefully wild. Apply them as accurately as you can. And then stroke after stroke, moment after moment, one after another in different colours and shades and moments, from different angles on different days with different feelings. A picture's not going to be able to help itself but reveal itself. It can't not. As long as you keep being accurate, you keep following that process, and keep applying what you actually do see, you'll win. You'll see subject. There we go. Way to be. Yeah. So Bob Ross would say, happy little mistakes. And I agree with that. But I also reckon the best way to deal with a mistake is to do 100 not mistakes. So if you try and focus on that mistake, you'll embellish it. But if you ignore them, or not ignore the mistake, but if you don't give the mistake your time, if you move on to the next thing and let that consume you and focus on doing a better job on the next stroke, you'll dilute the mistake until this mistake just isn't relevant. It's not a mistake, it's just a little piece of the irrelevant background. Irrelevant background. I shouldn't say that. Irrelevant underlayers. Irrelevant underlayers. Invisible underlayers. There we go. There we go. Not far off needing to let this dry actually. There we go. Yeah. There we go. A little bit more. Yeah. It's almost time. There we go. G'day April, how you doing? Wee, hello. Good to have you here, April. Whoa, there we go. Sorted. 10-second rule. Yeah. Well, we let that one dry now. We'll put a lot of paint on that, make some massive changes, but we're starting to see our two characters take form. Our hill line appear, our fences. The barrels are still building in there slowly, but it's in a fun spot. It's in a fun spot. Now, let's reach over here. Do, 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 do. There we go. Let's lift this up. There we go, lift, lift. With me you come. Alright. Do do labba dabba dabba da. Do do libba dibba dibba do. Do do da da do da la da la la da la la la. Bigger painting. Just gonna walk it down a little bit. There we go. There we go. Keep walking. There we go. Get in there. Can you speed up drying or let it dry, air dry best? You can speed up drying. I'm going to show you in just a second the old brush sizes. But bear with me while I just get this all set up. Whoa! Get this all the way up here. Up you come. There we go. So I just need to do some moving around, because that's going to be a little bit of a niggly angle for you, unless I bring you around here. That might work for you. Will that work for me though? Maybe not. Let me do some more moving. Do 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 do. There we go. There we go. Doom, 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 doom. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. There we go. There we go. And let's just bring you across. That's the centre. That's where we want you. Are we in the right place yet, though, is the question. We're getting closer to it. There's the edge. There we go. That's as much of the painting as I can get in. Cheers, Steve. Appreciate that. This one's a wild, wild waterfall. So let's keep slashing away at it. See how we can take it. See how we can take it. What's the advantage of having that stand in a table during your paint? So this is an easel. There's no advantage to the easel over a stand really. I used to actually use a couple of chairs that I'd put the work on and then I'd actually lean it up against the wall to work. That works too. This table lets me have my palettes right here beside the art so I can swap between colours easily. But look, whatever works best for you. There is no rules around this. I paint on plates rather than palettes. You can use whatever you like. Don't let someone gatekeep on you and tell you that you need certain materials to actually paint. This is outrageous. This is not a thing. Hello, Elite. How you doing? How you doing? All right. Let's get those dark colours. Let's kick off in that zone. Oh man. All right. I'm good, thank you. Oh, sorry. Brush sizes. So we're on quite a small one at the moment. This is our size. So in perspective, there's my thumb beside it. So it's actually about half the size of my thumb. Small. There we go. Get this deep red in here. Hey Lexi, how you doing? Just Thanks, Lexi. Appreciate that. I'll just see if I've got. This might be what I need actually. This is what I need to do. Dun 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 dun. There we go. There we go. Now we're talking. Yeah. Now we're talking. How to do? That's an improvement. It's my little paint bag there. Right, let me get this there. All this music breaks my heart. Do you celebrate 4th of July in New Zealand? We celebrate. I think it's fair to say we celebrate it. We do. You probably find muffins in our supermarkets. I think that's fair. It comes up all over our Facebook feeds. I've got lots of American friends, so I celebrate on behalf of them. Do your family have the same interest in art, Mr. A? No, it's mainly just me. But they're very supportive. What more could you ask for, right? Break my fall. Alright. Come on here, Reds. There we go. Nemo! Hello, Nemo. Welcome. And thank you for showing your painting technique, Jose X. You're absolutely welcome. Paint by chaos, guys. Chaotically. Paint goes everywhere. It's a fun way to paint. I might even, I'm trying to get, there we go. Excuse my little phone doing a time lapse there. There we go. And you might notice a little pad here. The pad's fantastic because it allows me to actually, is that the right end? No, wait, take the other way. There we go. Because the pad allows me to stand on it for ages without running out of gas. So, big fan of the pad. Hello, yes, this is New Zealand. Watch out for that. That's the amount I wanted anyway. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, what's next? Let's go for... That's interesting, you guys. Came on back there a little bit, did you? There we go. You're a baker. That's exciting. That's exciting. There we go. Mix that in there. Gyat. Hey Zion, how you doing? I now know what gyat means. Didn't yesterday. Someone told me. Now I'm on the in crowd. I'm cool. I'm hip. Lose my pictures. It's so clawful. It is that. There we go. I'll take a step back and have a little look-see here. Azalea Banks has a beef with New Zealand. Well, I don't know who Azalea is, I'm so sorry, but I'd like to send her, can you let her know that I'm very, very sorry, and I just want to make her happy. There we go. You know your artwork is jeepers putt. It's a little bit rough. But look, the big thing about this art is that first off, it's not finished just yet. It's in the process. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Appreciate you. But look, if you want to see some finished artworks, jump on my website. And if you really, really still don't like it, what I would do to teach me a lesson, and I mean like, you know, I'd learn proper, is I would share the string with your friends and say, look at this idiot. And then I'd share it on Facebook as well, just in case you got some friends there. And then I'd also share a duet of you with my art, talking about how bad it is on your TikTok as well, so then you can show the art and also say what's wrong with it. This would really get me back. I'd learn my lesson. In fact, I'd try harder. Thanks, Simon. I appreciate that. That was really kind. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate the music notes. Also, I've got a party this weekend. And its theme is glamour. And so me and Shelby went op shopping today, briefly, for like 10 minutes on her lunch break. And she found a dress immediately. It's phenomenal. It's great Gatsby style. I have nothing. I don't have anything. So that's my problem. What am I going to use? How long does it take for you to complete a painting? It takes me... Depends. This one here is on about 8 hours and we're still not there. We're still battling step by step. But hey hoo-wah-boo. But that doesn't mean we're closer to finishing. I'm just enjoying adding colours to this one. So this one's got a really fun journey going on, but I don't think I'm going to step back anytime soon and be like, oh, that's done. Might, but I think we're quite heavily in the middle of the process. Oh, jeepers. I'm not sure why you keep trying to rotate on me, guys. There we go. Spin you around there. There we go. Perfect. Alfina, my day was good. Why are you so good at art? Well, I try my best. Some people think my art's mediocre. So when it comes to art as well, a really important thing to remember is if you show someone your picture and you elicit a negative response out of them, such that they don't like it, you've given them negative feelings from seeing your artwork. The worst feeling you can get is a but if you can get a, oh, I really don't like that. I hate that. It's terrible. It's good. You've had a negative response out of someone. Well, that means there's someone out there, if we can find our people, who's going to have a positive response from the art. So we need to find our people. Provided your artwork is something that comes from your heart. Like, find the best way to present yourself to people. Find the most beauty that you can find. That sounds like a fantastic... Oh, a cup. Thank you. Art is subjective. Yes, art is subjective, but art should objectively bring out the best of you. Bring out better feelings. Bring out moments, feelings and care. And I like to bring out joy and vitality in my work. That's my fundamental too. So if I can put joy and vitality on someone's wall and passively give them a little bit more of that every day, I think that's where art can really come into its own. And if you can put that on someone's wall, and every day they go for their coffee, they get a little kick out of it, or every person who sees it gets a little, that's a nice moment out of it. This is what I'm here for. That's the biggest tick I can do. Look at that! Thank you very much. Got a big mug of coffee, that's exciting. What kind of paints are you using? These are acrylics? Oh, Alfina. Yeah, this is about 8 hours. 8 hours long. Getting up there on time. We haven't threaded the needle as well with this one, but we're having fun. We're on a journey. We'll just keep going. Your jeans are on the way. That's exciting. That's exciting. If you want to buy jeans though, they can be expensive from the stores, and the problem with them in the stores is they're brand new, so they need to be stretched out. I recommend going to op shops. If someone's already worn them, they've been stretched out, they've been worn, so when you put them on, they actually fit the way they're supposed to, rather than you having to guess. So. Longer strokes, guys, that's what this needs. A lot of it's turned into a bit of chicken scratches, which is fine, but let's get the long ones in here. Bum bum, wow 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 wow, labba doo doo doo. True love. Here we go. What song am I listening to? I'm listening to True Love by Soldier. There's a piece to this picture here, and so I wanted to have like a serene reggae-ish song in my ear while I painted it. So I can hopefully capture a bit of that stillness. Like what Steve was saying, it takes you a place of calm and peace. That's what I want. You have so much art shoes, screws, shoes, blues clues, arts clues. There we go. Did I ever go to art school? I did. Just have a little look-see here. In a good place. Ba-da-ba-bum. I do not know how to type. Well, I don't know how to use sellotape, so it sounds like we've both got things we're working on. I don't know how to do this. I'm going to go like this. There we go. Thanks, Francisco. Cheers, Lexi. Alright, back to where we were. Doom doom. There we go. Cheers, Jay Smith. Welcome back, by the way. Go. There we go. Good to be here. Doom, 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 doom. There we go. All right. All right. I've been watching your videos for a long time on my Chromebook and my dad's phone. That's exciting. Do you ever paint or listen to music? And who's the artist of choice? Depends. Sometimes country music, sometimes I like Your Discover Weekly that comes up that Spotify recommend what it reckons. Yeah, Jade. What do you think? The biggest change is since I'm left-handed, the arm comes from a different direction, but I sort of think my ability to get all over the canvas without obscuring your view, is it better or worse? That's the question. All right. You're left-handed? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. There we go. It might be the other way around for your screens. There we go. Enough through here. I like it, you're not getting in the way. Perfect. Perfect. This is good news. There we go. Here we go. A little bit of this one. Oh no! Salt. Curious about why you like plates as your pellets. They hold the paint better. Paint doesn't dry on them that fast. Easy to carry. Honestly, everything's better with a plate. It's it's just better at everything. Wash it, you can buy them from op shops. They're actually more affordable than pellets. I've spent big bucks on pellets and regretted it every time. I prefer my plate. Here we go. Alright, swap into the next one. How long does a painting usually last? This one here is a wild card. We're just going to keep going. Just going to keep going at it and seeing if we can't just keep adding paint. If we're going to get, there was a point where it actually had those waterfalls captured beautifully, but not in the way that I wanted them captured. There's more I wanted. Maybe I've been greedy. Maybe I've risked losing it. Drying time. If I get the medium spread out correctly, usually about 24 hours. But sometimes, a couple of days. Unlike oils, which would be months. Months and months and months. Do you drop them often, or do you have to pass, or you pass that stage? No, I drop them all the time. You never get past that stage. as your belief in your ability to carry plates goes up, so too do the risky angles you put them on, so you lose them just as often. You never completely avoid it. There we go. There we go. I love a light through the mist. Yeah. This one's a bit wild, Jade. It wants to be wild though. It never promised you anything other than wilderness, this picture. But it wants to capture the feeling of these waterfalls, honestly and authentically. Is it still raining? Oh yes. It actually is, Jade, and the reason it is, I mean you'll have your own reasons too, but the reason I believe it is we live in a concrete jungle these days, and we have less and less connection to our primitive beginnings, less and less connection to our primitive outdoor fun, camping, nature. And so more than ever, art needs to be wild and expressive. To capture all those feelings and emotions on our wall at home that we're missing out on in the now. I think we're missing out on something, guys. I think we are missing out on something. I think painting can give it back to us. In a small, subtle way on the wall of our houses. Not always as a painting, maybe as a desktop wallpaper even, but I think there's something special about the wilderness of brushstrokes, the way they cascade over each other, that we can just keep looking at and seeing more. Have you ever had days where you didn't feel like painting or had the motivation or yeah, that happens. It doesn't go away no matter how good you get at painting. If anything, when you do have a lull, it's even stronger. And that's okay. That's okay. Develop your techniques to handle lulls before you're actually in one. And you'll be more prepared than ever. That's what I reckon. That's what I reckon. Okay. Let's get some of this one in here. There we go. Now we're talking to it. Little bits. Thanks, Titan Blaze. There we go. A bit of this coral pink. There we go. Running out of paint in a hurry, but that's okay. We'll get through these last little bits. Stephen, how you doing? And you might difficult. Oh, jeepers, Tia, thank you. This is absolutely, especially in this painting more than the other ones, this is paint by chaos. We're about to give it some time to vest it now. There we go. That's all I'm about. We will pause there. It's been wild, guys. We've done the start of our cowboy pick. We've slashed around some paint on this waterfall picture. Has it rotated there on you again? I'll just bring you back. Oh no, you're in the right spot. Perfect. Slash some paint on our waterfall picture. It gets more and more wild each time I look at it, but I love it for that. And hopefully, stroke after stroke, we'll start to see more and more of this picture. We'll see. We'll see. It's that time again. Ryan knows it. Ryan knows it. Alright guys, I'm going to disappear, but wishing you guys all the best. Can I teach you how to paint, please? David8. If you want to learn how to paint, first things first, start painting, but just find a way to enjoy it. Just play music. Paint anything. Paint it black, paint it red, paint it blue, doesn't matter. But just enjoy yourself while you make it. People can teach you how all the hard skills of painting. You'll find them on YouTube, but actually learning how to enjoy yourself while painting, this is something you need to learn for yourself. So, do that. Thanks, Hole. Thanks, Jay Smith. And Jade, all the best. Ryan, all the best. And Harry Zayn and Steve, all the best, guys. I will see you next time. Bye for now. See ya.